Good morning. I just wanted to do a quick hello. Just this second, I was thinking, I was like, oh man, I haven't even done any of these. I think these are more just, you don't have to even listen. It's more of just like, so you can see, like, you see the post, and like, okay, he's still alive, he's there. Like, when you're helping someone, it's just nice to know they're not like in Vegas, like gambling, playing blackjack. You know what I mean? That's, you guys know, I've proved I'm almost sure not that I had anything to prove, but I think I've proved myself worthy of sponsorship, like of being helped, because I've never wavered. Because you know what? Look, let's just be honest. There's nothing else to do for me. I've somehow got out here. Everything that's happened to me is somehow seems like accident, like just by chance I got there. Like how I ended up on this road way out there. Like it's in a million years I could never have gotten here again. So I don't know how it all happened, but it's all by accident. And I've never. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, I besides me having a passion in this, I have nothing else to do anyway. So even if I'm completely fried during the day, it's basically what I do. It's like, in this subject, you're gonna get very little money, but you're gonna work extremely hard. And that's why there has to be a passion there. You can't treat what I do as a job. I have to a tiny bit, because of, it's like, even though it's not a bit, Colorado Bigfoot is not a business. I'm just self-employed, I guess. But it's the same thing in a sense. Like it operates the same way. You go to jail, like if you don't pay people give you money and you don't pay taxes, things like that. So you have to do everything legal, and that creates what? Stress and anxiety. So that's not why I'm on. Oh, look at the X. You guys got to see. Like I've shown you in there before, but it's right on their property, and they coexist with this family, and they rearrange things every night. And I can't understand that. I think some of those, we all want to see like this big Bigfoot, but I think people need to think further into these situations on our property. It's not as exciting to us because it's very difficult for us to capture and to see, and we don't understand. Is it happening at night? Is it happen all day long, 24 hours a day, and it's just literally that invisible? And when we're filming, and are they pressing their faces or coming close just to say hello? Remember, there's a lot of situations like that as well. Like it really, really could be everything things that we just cannot process yet. Should I go get a coffee at this place? Lee just told me I pass it all the time, and I never knew they had like good coffee and good. She's like, oh my god, the sandwiches are so good. I was like, really? I'm dying for a place. Let me show you guys. So I'll just do the video till I get there. It's actually the opposite way of the way I'm going, but it's just in town here. So I'm really going out. Oh, so I'm going to film a video. I think today, I don't want to say, because then sometimes things happen and I end up somewhere else, but as far as now goes, I'm going to capture you guys some, I think, brand new, but like the top of the top, like the best of the best visuals you will ever see, basically, more or less. I know I repeat, I'm kind of it's kind of like a slang like thing for me now, like that. I'm like, that is the best X in your whole life, things like that. Like that kind of thing you have to get used to me saying, because I'll say that every day, like to almost like, I'm like, because that's how I feel at that moment. I'm not lying. I'm not even exaggerating. Even though I am, like at that moment, I do feel like that is the best X that ever existed, because I'm right with it. So they're all the best. I don't just say that to people. I really mean that, because like, it becomes like we have these collections almost of our own. We consider them our own, even though we have nothing to do with them, except that it would seem like they're trying to, they want to be known. I mean, I think it's just a common sense thing to know that any living being wants to be recognized in some way or form. It's just like me. Like I have very limited human contact, so when I finally get it, I'm like, oh my god, talk to me. Like it happens all the time. Like once in a while, or I'm like in this long conversation, and I always apologize at the end. I'm like, I'm so sorry I kept you. They're like, oh my god, that was the great. Sometimes they really enjoyed it. Other times I feel like maybe they were just like, okay, shut up. So it really depends on who you're talking to. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I think too much like that. So I'm gonna go right. So they did this new addition here in Eagle. Things are starting to. Man, it's just out of control with the population here. So we got a little movie theater down there, which is kind of cool. I was going to ask Lee and Greg if they just wanted to go see like a movie. They saw Top Gun. I don't know if I'm not a huge, here it's called Color, fan of Tom Cruise, but You know what it is? I want to be like, if life was just, he was just a regular guy that made it, and you know he was famous, but now he's got to get all psycho and brainwashed and crazy and nuts. And remember, the Scientology thing is just the forefront. There's a whole hidden society, guys. They're all a part of it. You know, he thinks he's so like the guy literally has lost his mind. Like he yells and screams, and that's why I thought he'd be good at what I do. Like, just replace me right now with Tom Cruise, right? I'm not comparing myself to these people, by the way. I have no talent like they do. I'm just saying, hypothetically, replace Tom Cruise with me. So right now, you give Tom Cruise $5, $10 a month to have him go out in the woods. He would be the best at this, like, because that's where his insanity would be so good. He would, if one troll came up and started telling him like the X wasn't real or something, he would just lose his mind, and he would solve it right there. He would get on a plane and drive to the guy's house and have dinner with them and talk to about the X's. So that's why I think it's kind of a joke, but I feel like he would be a great replacement for me. Like, if he just, took away what he does, and he's just him doing, everyone knows him as him, but he's just decided, because he gets passionate, like he decides what I'm doing is real and he's just going to do it. I think that would be the most entertaining video ever. Tom Cruise doing my videos would be, so you basically give him my knowledge, and he's just going to go out and lose his mind on the whole world about how stupid you are. That would be great. Not you, but anyway, you guys, love you. I just wanted to say hi. I hope to be filming you a special video today. I really do. I have realized, I was just talking to Kelly the other day about it, because she helped me with tires, and I got, like, I don't know, we'll talk about it, but the inside of my tires are really bad now. Other things come up in life, like I was in some dire straits over the winter, you guys know, like, because I would tell you, like, I'm with the taxes and all. I think basically it comes down to taxes. Anyway, you guys have a great day. What is this? Oh, we have physical therapy, and we have, it's a gym. Endorphin. Gee, I wonder, like, they just sat around, like him and his wife probably just sat around like, oh, we should call it Endorphin. Honey, great idea. Oh my God, people will just flock here. And I'm just kidding. Gotta make fun of people sometimes. Like, haven't we done it and been there and done it all? Is there another name someone can come up with? Now everyone has to, like, thinks they're creative and stuff. It's just funny. I get a kick out of the world. I see the world outside now. I feel like I'm half alien, and I look out and I see how silly and just ridiculous and repetitive and brainwashed we are. And I just want to be this when I grow up. And it's like, why don't you just make your own business, like your own career? Like, why do you have to be a doctor? Or, it's like people that are automatically just see this list of things they can be. People aren't thinking broader. You can create your own world. I didn't know that. I had no idea until this happened by accident that you could kind of go out and just figure out something. Who knew this world held such mysteries still, and still, like, look, forget about, what I do and what we do tells us that's nothing. This is because we just have evidence that leads us that way. Think about the subjects that have no evidence, which is probably, in my opinion, a part of it all. It's all, I think it's all the same thing, the unseen world. So that's why all these different categories, ghosts, mermaids, Bigfoot, aliens, little people, gnomes, it just goes on and on and on. It's all the same thing. People have to realize that it's just the unseen world. We are too simple. The thinking, like, I see these when I say we, I don't mean us really. I mean, like, just us. Like, I always think of us as one. That's how unracist I am. I believe that we are one. It's no big deal to look different. I don't understand why. That's the kind of thinking, racism. And sure, could you be racist a little bit and not be really racist? Absolutely. There's does that make sense? You know what I mean? There's humans that ruin it forever. It's like in every classification of everything. So there's Christians that have really rubbed people the wrong way, and then instead of blaming just the people, they blame Christianity. Oh, I know those Christians were psycho. I'm never going back there. It's like, yeah, but they're just talking about two people, not the whole religion. Of course, there's always going to be these wingnuts involved in anything you do that will throw other outside people off from the subject. That's the problem. So it's never the subject or the religion or whatever it is. It's always the people. Remember that. I don't know. I have no idea what I just said, and I always say that. So, all right, you guys have a great day. I'm just going to get a coffee, and I'm going right into the woods. I gotta figure out tires. I got to get tires. I have people coming, and I have no way to take them around. Over now.